I guess it's been long time no see. What, it's been like 2 weeks now?
This is Two Faces for Radio.
Just saw that you were at the Met Gala. Your outfit was insane. I've never seen a hat like that in my entire life. Um, from from the perspective of someone like you who's been through it versus someone like me who just live tweets the outfits that we see on TV, what's it like being a participant in something like that?
It all happened so fast. I can't, I don't want to say too much because I want to get invited again, but it was, I literally just sat and looked around for such a long period of time. Like, I watched this at home for years and years and years, and I can't believe I'm here right now. I was just in such shock, and I had the best time. It was amazing. It was so amazing. And I got to meet a bunch of people that I love, and it was so cool.
What's the whole secrecy part about this thing? Because I know that whatever happens inside the doors is completely like not for the public. Do you know why that is?
I don't know. I just followed the rules, didn't take my phone out, just whatever people said. I was following the lines. But it was so much fun. It was also cool because I used to go to the Met for like school field trips. My last school field trip, I went to the Met. So
wow.
I think I went to a zoo
the
one
exhibit
time.
I was walking through to like get to the dinner, and it was just so, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm here.
That's awesome. Who was really cool to me? Who was one cool experience where you're like, oh my gosh, I'm standing next to this person?
I don't want to drop any names. I don't know. I don't
Someone
like
very famous.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
So how do you travel with that outfit? Okay, so like I saw like Billie Eilish had a really crazy dress, for example. Like, how do you travel? Did you wear the hat in the car and then you get there and then you take it off, or like how does that work? Because
I wore the hat, but I stood up in the car because I didn't want to wrinkle the dress. But since there was so much traffic and like getting in, it took us 30 minutes to go like 0.3 miles. And so I was standing up for such a long time. So by the end of the night, I was already in sneakers. I was like, shoes were off. It was done.
What do you mean, like stand up in the car? You mean like through the sunroof? Like you're just chilling?
Jackson, we don't have access to these type of cars, man. We drive Civics.
It was a Sprinter van. It was not like.
Yeah. I just picture you with your big hat outside the car, like hands up in the air, standing up, not wrinkling your dress. That's a sight to see.
So, awesome. Who made this dress?
I went with Valentino, who I worked with a lot for the past year, and it was their hot couture collection, and yeah, that was it. Awesome. I like practiced everything I was gonna say for interviews, and then I got on the carpet. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do an interview. Like
everything goes out the door. Yeah.
I went completely blank. I was like, I have to focus on like not looking crazy in pictures, so I need to not do video interviews.
There you go.
People were like, come here. And I was like, no, I can't. I'm so sorry. Like, I actually can't do this right now.
Well, we're glad you had fun there. We also saw like your Hulu show, the Damelio show is debuted. How is that like having cameras? You're like the next like Keeping Up with the Kardashians sort of thing.
It was weird. The whole process has been obviously something you'd never expect. But I'm so happy it's out, and the reaction has been great. Everyone who's watched the show seems to have a pretty good reaction of the show. The only thing I would just say is I get a lot of people like, I feel so bad for them. I understand them now and I feel bad. And that's not what we wanted with the show. We didn't want sympathy. We wanted to share our mental health journeys to possibly help other people. I don't want it to be like, look at me, poor me, this is what happens behind the scenes. It was more like, this is real life. And if you're dealing with this, just know you can pull yourself out of those dark times. And I feel like Charlie and I both just want to show that that's possible.
Yeah, 100%.
So for someone like me who has Netflix and Apple Music because I'm too broke to afford anything else, I think I've already used my email free trial on Hulu, but explain this show to someone that hasn't seen it quite yet.
Okay, so I feel going into the show, it's a documentary series, so it's a lot more dramatic than you think. It's not us standing around making TikToks. It's not all like, oh my gosh, Charlie, you did so good in that Instagram picture today. It's real life. We show our everyday emotions toward things. And we talk a lot about anxiety and depression. We talk a lot about just like nerves and excitement towards other things. You get to see getting ready for the Kids' Choice Awards. You get to see the growth in my music career, which I really enjoyed that. And I feel like people saw the work we kind of put into things. That is shown a lot too. Like all the stuff that you don't get to see. It's just, oh, here's a TikTok, here's an Instagram post, but you don't get to see, oh, well, we designed that outfit that's in that Instagram post or stuff like that. So that's kind of what you get to see throughout the show.
Yeah. I kind of had a question. You answered it a little bit there. Like how different is the show from your actual day-to-day life? Like, do you ever sit there and like, oh my gosh, I need to get away from the cameras and just breathe for a second? Or is everything just spilled out on camera?
Everything that we could do was on camera. The only things that wasn't on the camera was because of COVID. We couldn't have a big team there. So like, you didn't get to see every single time Charlie was dancing or I was in the studio because we couldn't have that many cameras.
Gotcha.
But there's definitely just a lot of things that we didn't get to show, but everything we could show, or like all the stuff at home, was all completely real.
So you're talking, so I assume it's all over now. You're kind of talking like it's all in the past. You filmed it, everything. How long did that process take?
It was January to July, I think.
Oh, wow.
So 6 months. January to June, 6 months.
Dang. All right. So a whole half a year with cameras all over.
It was so funny because they kept saying like, okay, last day, like, yay, it's so exciting. And then they'll be like, wait, well, we need to do one more interview. Can we come over? And we're like, you guys are never gonna leave.
This is gonna be February 2023. We're still gonna be doing this. That's fine. I don't know if I could do that. I'm gonna be honest. Cameras everywhere in like my house. Cause like
was there ever a point where
sorry, go ahead, Tommy.
Oh, sorry.
No,
I was gonna say, was there ever a point where like you guys ran out of like an idea and you got to go out and do something fun that you've never done before just to like get more content?
A lot of it. So again, because we couldn't do a lot of things publicly, they couldn't come to a lot of shoots or events with us. We did like, I planned a day to go axe throwing because it was outside so they could come, or going to a house with a pool because like we can't go to the beach or whatever. It's just, we kind of like made do and did like things we were doing but couldn't do because we couldn't have a 50-person set with us at all times.
Yeah.